Good
Hi,
evening,
ma'am. Good evening.
Toastmaster Vinod.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Toastmaster Vinod, how long have you been with Toastmasters?
I'm with Toastmasters since 2018.
Okay, and how has the experience been?
It's been a great journey. I always consider Toastmasters not a behavioral transformation.
Okay, can you give me examples of how it has specifically transformed you?
It is, you will find behavioral changes, meaning you become a better leader, better communicator. You become better in all aspects before joining Toastmasters and after joining Toastmasters.
Okay, so as either area director or division director, can you give me an example of some specific strategy that you followed that helped you build up either your area or division or the clubs or whatever?
Yeah. As an area director, I had one club when I took up the term. I had one club which was finding it challenging. And I also was working on another club in my organization to charter it. So, in terms of struggle, a club that is finding it challenging on conducting routine meetings, working with them versus other clubs in the same area where the clubs are finding it thriving, right? Giving a balanced time to all of them is something I find it accommodating within my work schedule, and that's what helped me to work on the college clubs in a more focused way. That helps us to move forward. I'm not sure if there's a
There's
distraction.
some disturbance. Anirudh, yeah, yeah. Okay, go ahead. So, as you shifted from area director to division director to trio, were there any changes in your management style? Did you need to adapt in any way, be more authoritarian, less authoritarian, more team-based, or otherwise? Anything?
Yes, as I grew up the ladder, I will have to be more not authoritarian, because Toastmaster is an area where there is a clear governance mechanism established, but there is no room for being authoritative. And that's where I said that the behavioral transformation happens, because you have to be influential enough in terms of reaching out to members. The only difference that I see is the amount of people that I need to influence grew up as I grew from the ladder from area to division to the trio.
Okay. So, what were the frustrating challenges that you had during this time?
Okay, I one of the frustrating, or I'll not call frustrating, because every learning experience is something worth going through in
Okay.
Toastmasters. That's what I strongly believe. The
Okay.
challenges is that there were clubs which is thriving all along. There is a good process set up. There is the club is nowhere in your radar that this club requires attention or focus. But suddenly something goes wrong, something changes, and the club, you know, gets off from the Toastmasters. I mean, in our from our district radar. So that's something is a challenge which which we were not able to focus at the beginning of the term.
Okay, so what happens when you set up a whole lot of clubs and how do you ensure that these are nurtured and grown rather than just being numbers on the dashboard? Because every year
Okay,
there is, yeah, you start the year with the base number of clubs, you end up with X plus clubs. So how do you ensure that increases and doesn't decrease the next year?
one of the important criteria that you always take in care whenever we are working with the clubs is to ensure that we just don't go ahead with somebody who reaches out from the organization that this club is okay to go ahead. We always went ahead and spoken to the chief of the organization, or somebody who is someone who calls that let us go ahead with the Toastmasters club. We always went ahead and discussed with them to understand fundamentally why they want to go ahead with the club, so that the intent is clear. Secondly, when it comes to, even if they say okay that I will go ahead and do it, still we went ahead and ensure that when we are trying to talk, we ensure that we spoke to the members or the employees of the organization on why it is important for them and their growth. The third important thing that we did is to take care of the club after getting chartered is by assigning the right mentors who will have the right bandwidth to go and support the clubs in the initial days.
Okay, so mentoring and sponsoring becomes an important part of the whole thing, right?
Yes,
So, mentors and sponsors you get from the general Toastmasters fraternity, or how do you get that?
we always go through the list of members who have expressed interest, that
Right.
would be given the first preference. And also we'll see the proximity of the time bandwidth of the members who can go and support the club for a long term. That's for 6 months.
Oh, right. Right, Toastmaster Vinothkumar, with that, we come to the end of this session. Can I say thank you and wish you all the best for the future? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.